Hey, what's up, guys? Whew, boy, is it hot. It's over 100 degrees out here where I'm at. And I ain't been feeling so good. Getting over it now, though. I have been monkeying around with this car. Got a little bit of room in here to play with now. The Motorhead Garage, the wrecked Mustang, I've been playing with it. Let me show you what I've done so far. Let me zoom you out. So, I have test fitted all my panels, and I've put all my brackets in. I've welded all my brackets in. I've put all the fastback brackets in here, and we are ready now to take this back out, clean all these panels up, paint them, reupholster the back seat. This is a non-fold down back seat. A person could make it fold down if they wanted to. I've put all the brackets back in here just like they're supposed to be. If you want a fold down back seat, you just put your fold down latches in on each side and put all your chrome on here and add your little corner piece. And you'll have your piece down here at the bottom. Of course, this one don't get that metal piece. This just gets a little filler panel because it's got this different. It doesn't have a trap door. This is bolted in, stationary. This is for non-fold down stuff. But the seat will still got its hinge. It'll still pivot, but it's just not bolted in permanently yet. It gets bolts in here. So I've got all my panels in. I've got all my little brackets in down there. Can't see them, but they're all back where they're supposed to be. I measure everything out. I put it back like it's supposed to be. We are good to go. Everything is test fitted. Everything looks good. This stuff that's laying in the trunk. The seat is latched. Actually, I latched it. It latches so good I can't get it back out. You got to push back and then pull up. I don't feel so good right now, so I ain't got enough strength to get the back seat back out of it right now. But it is together in here for the most part. Like I said, these panels are in really good shape. They came out of the S-Code car. And of course, they didn't look this good. Half of them was already taken off. Put this back up, put all the brackets back up for that. Everything was kind of halfway disassembled on that over there, but put it back together and wiped it off a little bit. It actually don't look half bad. I mean, a person could probably clean it up and use it like a driver, just like this right here. But of course, I'm gonna take everything back out. We're gonna scuff all these panels up, and then I'm gonna shoot them in like a semi-gloss. I was looking for a satin black last night at the parts stores, and they didn't have none. So I'm gonna go with just and I ain't worried about, like, see, there's little cracks. I'm gonna go in on the back side and put some reinforcement, it's like some Duraglass or something, just to help keep it from getting any worse. But we're not building a show car, so we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna scuff everything up. We're gonna clean these up best we can. They're all pitted up. I'll just scuff them up and we'll shoot them black. And then we'll sand the tops off with a DA sander and give it that brushed look. I got new upholstery for the back seat. The top is really nice. The bottom, I put it out in the sun and it softened back up. But the stitches is rotten. I mean, it cleaned up real nice. It's still pretty soft. But it's not perfect. It's got the stitching's come loose here. Stitches coming off here where I shoved the seat belts back through it. It tore the stitching loose, so you were to ride in this car and sit back here for maybe 2 times, it would just fall apart. So I'm gonna put new upholstery on the bottom for sure. The top is really good. I might just leave it. It's still soft as the day it was put on. I mean, it's in real good shape. But if my new bottom don't match this top, I'll just do it all together. May do that anyway, because the top is super easy to do. Them tops, you can reupholster that top right there in 5 minutes. The bottom is a little bit more complicated because you got to get this area here. You got to get it tucked down and pulled tight. And then the seatbelt area, you got to get it pulled back and tight. It's a little bit more complicated. And you got this area right here that you got to get pulled down and tight. It's actually popped up on this side. But for the most part, it's in. So that's where we're at right now on this car. I would really like to drive this car to the rod run next month. I think the rod run is it's on a weekend, I don't really know, 13th, 14th, something like that. I was actually going to take a trip up to Maine around that time, but the guy that I was going to take a car to, he decided he couldn't do that date, so we're going to take his car up at a little bit later date, and I might take this car to the rod run and enjoy the weekend with this car, because I mean this car will run and drive, and I've got everything ordered to finish this car with to make it 100% together, and I might just shoot a real quickie paint job on it just to get her done type of thing. I don't know why, but for whatever reasons, when I try really super hard on a paint job to make it look perfect, it never comes out perfect. But the cars like this one right here that I really don't care a whole lot about, that I'm just throwing back together, they always come out looking great. I don't understand that. It's weird. The universe is weird. But I got it all mocked up now, so I can take all that stuff out now, scuff it up, black all my panels all together, and at least that part will be done anyway. I'll have to take and make me a panel going here out of a piece of plywood or something. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I normally do, is make this out of plywood and then wrap it in black carpet so that all the carpet matches. And I'll put carpet on the back of this and then put the chrome back on top. I got a couple pieces of chrome off of another seat I can put on this seat. It was dinged up. I didn't want to use it on the customer's car, so it'll be good for this car. So that's where we're at. Here's our donor back glass. It's dirty. It's got I think 2 scratches in the whole glass, real light scratches. There's one of them. You just barely can see it. I mean, it's really super light. You can hardly see it. That's the worst one, that one. You can't even feel it, but you can see it. I don't understand that. And I got my headliner all stretched out right now. Nice warm day like today. Be the perfect day to put this headliner in. Might even go throw it out in the sun. But first, I gotta get all them panels back out. I'm gonna stick this headliner up in this car. And then, the next big thing, I'm gonna stick my front and back glass in. I normally go ahead and paint the whole cars and then put the front and back glass in, headliner in, but I'm not gonna do it on this one. I went ahead and I jammed it out. The Wimbledon white. I put all my clips on, front and back. And I'm going to go ahead and put my front and back glass in this car. So it's all jammed out. I'm going to go ahead and put my front and back glass in. And get all my stainless on. And then I'm going to tape up the stainless really good. All my molds, I'm going to tape them up really good. And tape up the glass. And then I'm going to paint this car with a chrome already on it. Because if you've ever tried putting the moldings on one of these cars, chances are you've scratched the dog shit out of it. In like up here. Or in the middle. Or in these corners right here. Them little corner pieces. And this is back in the factory location. This clip and this clip is back in factory locations. And I know this because I got real fastback sitting here. And I always put the clip right in the middle. I always do that. But for whatever reason, I put them like it's supposed to be. And guess what? The chrome will stay snapped on. So I'm going to take this one out. And I'm going to put it right here. Like I normally do. So I got to fix that because I've done test fitted my chrome, and as you can see, it fit good everywhere except for the corners. It wouldn't stay snapped. You see this right here? You see how that's all boogered up? That was just with me test fitting the chrome without the glass even in the car. Can you imagine how boogered up your paint job gets when you're trying to snap this chrome on when your windows and stuff is in it? You're boogering up this paint. And you're back to bare metal. Like it scratched it plumb back to the bare metal right there. And it's going to rust right there. And chances are the rust is going to travel all the way up under your pretty paint job. So, it's nice to go ahead and fit stuff before you paint your car. And in my case, I'm going to put me some paint back right there. And put my clips on like I know they need to be. And get my back glass in, put my chrome on, tape it up, and then paint the car. And then paint should get back into that little area. If you did was to chip it or scratch it, paint should get down in that little crack. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm fixing to do it. Let's see if we can get this headliner in. Well, I guess there ain't no time like the present. I got my headliner just hung into place, so I guess it's time to try to put it in. I need a razor blade, I guess. I think I got one in the car, man. I went to the trusty old Wally World. Got me some general trim adhesive. Works pretty good. Like I said, I normally get the cars all completely painted before I do this. Being this is my car, and I don't care nothing about touching up around the windows after I pop the chrome on and scratch it. This way I'm going to do it. Anybody that knows what I'm talking about. It's no fun. If you got a nice pretty painted car and you get this stuff spattered all over top of it, you're beating your paint off. Another reason why to do it right now. You can buy it to where you can use a brush and brush it on. I didn't have no luck with that stuff. I'm sure it's going to take all my paint off, but we ain't worried about it. We gotta put some on our mating surface on our headliner too. On a day like today, it won't take long. That stuff will be ready to go. Gotta let it tack up for a minute. We will let it tack up. And we will be ready to start hanging this thing. My camera's set sideways for. How do I fix it? I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Piece of junk. Junky old tripod. Y'all probably getting ready to see me struggle. It's already ready. Okay. It's hot out here. It'll take long for stuff to dry. Looks good, Mrs. Gump. Oh, got a wrinkle. Ain't no good. No wrinkles. You know it don't matter back here. Gets that metal moldings. So it really don't matter. You get wrinkles back here at the back. Still don't want them. Okay, right here is where we're going to have to trim it. Let's cut this side. Show y'all what it's looking like so far in there. Keep in mind we haven't pulled the sides yet. See, all these wrinkles right here, they'll disappear once you pull the sides tight. See how that's disappeared in the middle now? Of course, you do it all the way back, and all the wrinkles will go away. See? We get the sides pulled, and we'll be ready to rock. Be ready for our front and back glass after we get the headliner squared away. Grab this one. Really good so far. Baby's tied the banjo string. Oh, shoot. See that? Nice and tight, no wrinkles. Back here at the back, got those wrinkles right there. That does not matter because it gets that fastback metal piece, and I left it kind of loose because when I put that piece on there, it's going to push it up real tight, and I don't want it to be so tight it's going to tear my headliner. So I leave it kind of loose back there, but all this up here I want nice and tight. See? It's like a banjo string. Nice and tight everywhere, no wrinkles. I gotta do that side now. We'll have this. I'm gonna do that other side and then I'll come back to it. Alright, fellers, there it is. Like I said, the back, you know those wrinkles right there? You'll never see them. I could get them out if I wanted to, but like I said, it gets that metal trim, which is these things. You see how wide them are? Them things screw to the upper structure. and it pulls real tight, so it's actually going to stretch that headliner even tighter. And when I put the back glass in, the rubber is actually going to push on it too, right there. And you see how this area right here and that area right there is still loose? That's because it all gets hidden. It all gets hidden under this. What I normally do is, I'll just take in the, I'll actually fold the headliner over like this. I'll fold it a couple times, and then I'll just pull it down and stick a screw in it like that, just to kind of help, just give it a little bit more something to hold on to, because there's nothing to hold this right here. Like the coupes have like these little teeth that you can pull it tight and then hook it into the teeth. Well, this car, fastbacks ain't got it. I don't understand why they did that, but so one thing left to do now is put the windows in it and everything else. Well, I guess it's that time. We're gonna try to put the windshield in. Guess I'll get y'all and take y'all up here with me. Show you what I'm doing. I said I bought this windshield from a local company, pretty cheap, like 98 bucks for a windshield. Can't beat that. So right now I'm putting my rope in there. I've lubed up the outside with some WD-40. I just stick my, leave you at the bottom. You don't want it at the top, you want it at the bottom, because you want the weight of the glass to be falling in place as you're pulling on your string. If you put it at the top, you're just working against yourself. Just go around this edge. This rubber's gonna keep trying to fall off too. It's nice and hot, it's warm. Everything's hot and just really pliable today. Alright, so there's that. It'd be nice to have helpers. I wouldn't know what to do if I had any helpers. We want to get it just kind of eyeballed in the center. That looks fairly good right there. It looks like it's the right shape. It's touching here. As long as it's touching over here, oh, it ain't touching over here though. Well, it's up against everything. Yeah, it'll probably fall into place. Alright, so now we're going to start roping this thing in, and hopefully that big gap right there go away. I hope. If it don't, we're in trouble. I wish I had somebody out here putting pressure on the windshield as I was roping it in, but we don't have that luxury out here. If my son was home, he'd help me, but he's at school. So we're going to have to break it ourselves, right? Hopefully we don't break it, but probably end up breaking it. And if we break it, that's okay. The good Lord will bless me with another one. I really don't want to break it though, Lord. So, let's do this. I'm going to try to put a little pressure on it and pull down at the same time. I'm going to go to the other side. in for the most part. We're still sticking up on this corner. I think I need to pull down. You might have to just let time do its thing. Looks like it's going in. I think it's in. This side's definitely in. It looks like it's seated really good. And this side looks good all the way up to right here, and then it's in. It's just old rubber's so loose. These glasses aren't as thick as they used to be. Looks like this clip might be holding something up right here. There we go. A little more. There we go. Oh yeah, she's in now. Looks good. Windshield's in. All the way across. Looks good. Before I put my chrome on though, Mullins, I'm gonna go in here and squirt me some silicone. Preventive maintenance. Go in here, raise this up and squirt you some silicone in here. Squirt you some in here, then pop the chrome on and never know it. I don't like using that old mushy tar stuff. That stuff is nasty. Like this stuff in here, I'll show you. This old stuff right here. Oh my God, this stuff is just so gross. Look at this. I hate it. It does its job, but I hate it. All right, now time to move on to the back glass. we got this thing where to go in. We got a rubber on. Now we can put our rope in. Woo! Boy, it's about dropped you. Now we can go here and spray some slicker. Normally I use ATF, transmission fluid. But this stuff right here, it actually dries up and disappears over time. And the ATF, it tends to stick around for a little while. The ATF will actually soften the rubber up too, if you leave it on there too long. Stretch it. Like you ever throw a rubber O-ring into a thing of ATF? It gets bigger. Okay, so we're going to do this the same way. The glass is going to be trying to slide downhill. Therefore, we want our string hanging out at the bottom. And we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to start roping it in. The lip is going to be to the inside always when you put your grubbers on. This is the easiest way I found to put windows in, especially when you're by yourself. And this car was totaled, y'all. Remember? This car was wrecked, totaled. It's never going to be fixed again. And here we are putting windows in it. Ain't that something? This is a real back glass. Ain't nothing like them there aftermarket crap that you get nowadays. Junk. I wish I could get a real nice original windshield. Oh. I wish I had some help, really. Oh. Alright, it's in the hole. Hey, it actually fits the hole. That's a good thing. Considering we made that hole. Looks good, Mrs. Gump. It's tied in that hole. That's a good thing. My cousin used to help me, or used to help a guy I worked for build these cars. And I don't know, for whatever reason, he's the second or third car he built. Somehow he got the back glass opening too big, and the daggone glass fell through the hole. Yeah, that took some ingenuity to make that work. All right, here we go. The glass should start falling down into place. This corner. Put y'all in here with me so y'all can see what's happening. Okay. Oh my God. Tripped over my trap door thingamajigger. I should have just got it out here again. So here's the rope. Of course, we start in the middle. And all you do is you just grab your rope and you just pull on it. And it's actually pulling the rubber. And it's pulling the rubber out away from the metal, and then it's making it overlap it. Now we're going to do this side. These corners are always hard. Gotta kind of be careful with your corners if you don't want to tear them. Alrighty. Right now is whenever somebody's on the outside popping some pressure down. Put me some down pressure on here. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, it's gonna go. And this right here don't mean nothing. See this headliner hanging here? It don't mean nothing. It all gets, none of that matters. It's all covered up. Trimmed off, covered up, whatever you want to do. Okay, we're almost. We've almost got it, fellers. Oh yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. Probably need to go on the outside and smack it, but it looks like it's gonna go. Baby, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, she fell right into place, boys. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't get up. I'm falling and I can't get up. Oh yeah. Give her a little smacky smacky. Falls right into place. Installed. Looks good. Man, I got my paint dirty. We have now got a back glass. Hey, our little line on our back glass lines up with all this perfectly. Hey, cool. See that line on the roof? See that line on the back glass? She's lined up perfect. Somebody did something right. Well, boys, if I had a seat and if I had my shifter back in there, I could drive her up and down the road. That's thinking too far ahead. I think this is where I'm gonna cut it off on this video, guys. I might stick the chrome on it. I don't know. We'll see. It's getting kind of late in the day and I'm tired. We have got a back glass now. We have got a front glass. I'm going to trim off this access headliner. I'm going to come in here with a razor blade. Trim that off. Squirt me a little silicone in there all the way around. Don't have to, but I used to never do that. Then Dad started siliconing all his windows up. And I don't know. I guess she's rubbed off on me. Oh, man. But that's all there is to it. I'll come in there and I'll trim that off. Hey, it's been a wrecked car. Windshield fits pretty good. She ain't wrecked no more. Like somebody had a good car. Well, if I put the chrome on, I'll hit record again. Alright guys, it didn't take just a minute. This is OEM stainless. Got a little boo-boo right there, as you can see in the camera. Just a little bit of a boo-boo, but that don't hurt my feelings none because we ain't building no show car. The rest of it's perfect. And I actually pushed the dents out. They're actually outwards now. So I actually take and come in here with some water sandpaper and polish it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. It'll never be perfect for me. I mean, you can send it off and get it fixed, but I ain't worried about it. The rest of it looks pretty good. Like I said, it's OEM stuff off of that Highland Green car. Got no rusty stain on it right here. It'll come off. That'll come right off with like a SOS pad. Or you can water sand it. Because this is stainless. You can water sand this up real pretty and polish it. And that's probably what I'll do. When I polish the car, I'll hit the chrome. I'll just go over all of it. But because I don't like using the wheels on the bench grinders, because I've got my fingers cut up pretty bad on them things before. You know, you put your compound on your wool pad and it's spinning wide ass open, and it catches that thing, it slings it, it'll cut the tips of your fingers off your stainless wheel because it's sharp. As you can see, it fits pretty good, guys. Nice and flush all the way around. I like it. I love this OEM stuff. And all this stuff, like this trim, I'm gonna clean it up. This trim, all the fastback brackets, all the rear fastback panels, it all came off of, overlook this mess, I gotta burn it. My burn pile right here. A little bit too close to the car now, I'm gonna have to move it. But all of it came off of this OS code. Ain't a whole lot left to it now. I took everything off of it. It is indeed a S code car. I'm gonna hide everything, but see that? Come on now, S. Come on now, S. See that S right there? S code 68FO2. O2 means fastback. S means 390. Lord have mercy. Falling over everything. All that crap came out of that car. It needs to go back in that car. But yeah, I've gotten all the trim off. Only thing left really is probably usable is trunk hinges. And get everything out of it. First could build this car back, but it'd take a whole complete bottom floor. It would take 2 quarters and a roof skin. So really the only thing that you would have left is just the upper roof structure. It can be done. This car could be fixed. It may even be fixed, who knows. But she's crusty. Really, it's a good candidate for a real good solid coupe car, and just take this top off and put on a good coupe car. But can't switch VIN numbers over that way, fellas. They better have to buy a whole new bottom, Dynacorn bottom. Set this structure down on it and keep your numbers on it, so that you can keep your S code. If the person wanted to do it that way. We're not going to be doing it with this car. I use the top off of it. I own a coupe car. Probably do that. Pretty cool though. I need to get back to work on my Charger. I really want to drive that thing. Anybody be interested in a Honda Big Red 3-wheeler? It used to run. It did run. They run the battery down. They run it out of gas. The pull rope is now messed up. It go back. Sometimes it go back in there. The push button start will work. Seems like it runs better if you're row starting it. Like it'll row start and crank right up. But if you're electric starting it, it don't seem like it'll start. I think this 3-wheeler's biggest problem is either the CDI box up under there. I think maybe either it's bad, or maybe the stator's bad, or maybe this is out of time right here. I've checked all the marks, the timing marks. Everything's lined up right. But it's never run exactly right. It's always run like it's out of time. But if anybody's interested in anything, I'll let it go for a few $100. I say few. I'd like to take no less than $400 for it. If anybody's interested in this thing and they're kind of local to me, holler at me. This thing's for sale. But back to this thing. That's gonna be the video, guys. I've worked my butt off today. Started making some pieces for one of my friends, for his car, the little curved pieces. Got some metal cut out, so we're gonna start making some pieces for his car. It'll be these curved pieces that goes in here on the cheaper coupe conversions. This will be the way we do it. It rained earlier and they got mud all over everything. I'm sitting on the ground. But yeah, I'll sandblast all that paint off. Put my curve in them for him. And I'm going to make him a template of the side structure that I cut out of the old roofs. And ship it to him. He'll have that. Try to help you guys every way I can. If you need help with your coupe to fastback conversion in any way, just holler at me. I'll try to help you all I can. But that's going to be it on this video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.